Hi there, Peter here with your September real estate update. First thing I want to share with you is that the market is changing and I want to share the trends with you. The first graph that I'm going to share with you here is the showtime graph, and it actually shows lockbox openings. This amber portion shows 2022, and you can actually see that fewer people are looking at homes overall. And if you look at all the little zigzags, look how quiet it is now. And then look what's going to happen Labor Day. It's going to get even quieter. And then it's actually going to swing up for the next 8 weeks. If you look at the last 2 years, in a typical market, we're going to see activity increase. So it's going to be really quiet for the next week and a half. Enjoy that time. And then after that, people start house hunting again. Now, the second graph I want to show you is single family detached houses in HRM. Take a look at this trend. So we really have seen in April, when we had the peak of the market, we saw our first interest rate increase was 0.5% at the time. Market shifted at that point. We started seeing prices go down. Then we saw our second large interest rate increase in July, and then we saw the curve shift down even further. So when we hit our peak for an average single family home in HRM, it was about $630,000. That same home right now is about $530,000. So we've seen a dramatic change in the market. Now, that sounds bad, and in fairness, if you're selling your house, it really is. But the reality is you're probably also buying a house. So you're generally buying on the difference. The only time it really affects things in a really dramatic manner is if you're selling your house and you're not buying another house. Because we really, in real estate, when you sell one home, historically, you buy another home. Now, when we look at this graph a little bit more closely, we take it back all the way to January of 2021, when your average price of a home was just under $500,000. So we have seen a wild ride. We are going to be in for a continued wild ride. We are going to very closely watch the beginning of September interest rate announcement by the Bank of Canada, because there should be another raising of interest rates. And as you can see from these graphs, that should put additional pressure on house prices going downwards. There's one or two mitigating factors here in HRM. We continue to have low inventory. We have about 730 houses on the market. That has been relatively consistent for the last 6 weeks or so. That means we have 1.5 months worth of inventory on the market. That means it is still a seller's market, and that is different from the other major markets in Canada. So while we are going to have continued downward pressure on prices, we do have some factors that are going to soften that curve somewhat compared to other spots in Canada. If you want to have a chat with me about real estate or anything else, just touch base. I'd love to have a conversation with you, and I'm here to help.